Good morning.
Good morning.
How y'all doing today? Can you hear me clearly?
See?
Can you hear me clearly?
Hey.
Good morning, YouTube,
Good morning.
Facebook.
All of you, good morning.
How y'all doing today?
Who can tell that I got a good night's rest last night?
Okay. We had a couple technical difficulties
Yes, but it happens.
that's been resolved.
Yes, it has.
But anyway, okay, there we go. We Gucci. We
Yep, we
Gucci.
Gucci.
All
Okay,
right,
that's
here we
right.
go.
We got
What's
a little
up,
Gucci in
Rachel?
here.
Rachel, I take a second. James King in the morning show. I am James King with my lovely co-host.
Lady Ray, guys. Good
You know what I'm
morning.
saying? We back like we never left.
That's right.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
James.
Um, this segment right here is really just to say good morning and we appreciate you all, you know what I mean, and all the love and support that you're showing. Please share the links. Feel free. Well, we love when you comment. We're more likely gonna read your comment. Please don't over comment because that takes away the option for other people's comments to be noticed. Um, say like drop a little couple comments in this one, and then when we come back in the next segment, drop a few more. If you do it like that, so everybody can partake in the festivities. So we want to do a quick drive by shout out. Big shout out to Deborah Hertzberg, Ahmad Sadiq, Rachel Hester, Diva Shar, Joe Bird, Alcide Miller, Danny Starworth. What up, Danny? You know what I'm saying? Ariel Santino. Good morning to you all.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
It said, Unc, I see you going on to the top. So, okay, by Diva Shar. Unc, I see you going to the top, so I'm hustling with you. I've been hitting Linda Cohen up. I want my check.
I know that's right, Z, for sure.
That's right.
I know that's right.
Big up to Akeem James, another good support.
Yes.
Yep, I knew Akeem since he was real young.
Hi, Aki.
Yep, he always been a stand-up young man, now a grown man. You know what I'm talking about?
Beautiful thing.
So what's up with y'all? Like, what y'all want to talk about, huh? What you want to talk about? Talk about it.
Yep. And look, I can see now. He has a screen up here and everything. So if you text and you type, I can see it now.
Yes.
And I don't have to wear X-ray glasses to do so.
That's right. That's right. So all right. Since the main thing that's been touched on so far is where she says, "Oh, I see you going to the top, so I'm hustling with you." Well, that's very important. Everything is a hustle. Do not. Okay, I got something for you. Do not get caught up in the hype with commercial thinking. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is a hustle. College is a hustle. All these sciences everybody practice, it's a hustle. Everything is to generate income. You know what I mean? All these things are hustles. None of them are really different from each other. They all got the same common goal. To hustle to get that bread. You know what I'm saying? To make something move from one existence to another. And then most time it's dealing with commerce. So, you got that hustle spirit, and you just get that hustling whatever. Take it to a new level and find a business venture that's lawful and that could be helpful to others instead of harmful and hurtful. And then start your hustle. And I think that's a good thing to start it off with. What can you do for you, and to help your culture and everybody else?
Diva Shar wants you to shout her out a little bit better. She has typed in her intro. Please read. It's yeah. Gotcha, girl.
Diva Share is trying to create a problem. I have a lot of nieces. Shout out to shout out to shout out to my number one supporter in entertainment, Diva Shar, the one and only, coming at it raw, straight from the wood pound to anywhere in town, anywhere. Put it down, don't care, making it happen. Ain't just talking, bringing it to you live. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. She could be mad at me. It's still gonna come down proper. Big shout out to Diva Shaw. Oh, talking about. Is that big enough for you, baby? Yeah. Word up. All right. Well, we got a real range. Okay. What we had to do is schedule something. We probably go back and forth on the phone or whatever, so we can prepare it, and then this way we can have a nice dialogue that the audience can partake into as well. So I'm all for that. I love that. I love that a lot. That was me responding to Diva Sharp. Y'all reading the comments. It says, I'd like to discuss health from my advantage point. Big shout out to Denzel Davenport. You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Yeah. From Ridgewood to Woodland. Say, let me stop talking like that before they think I'm some type of street guy. Not me. Good morning, world. Welcome to the James King in the Morning Show. Big shout out to Joe Bird, sending a shout out to her grandson, which is my son, Zakeem.
Whoop, whoop.
My oldest boy. And he's my biggest boy. That boy getting 14, wearing a 14. You hear me?
Wow, yes.
Yeah.
Hey Diva, I'm not I'm actually the oldest of my crew too, so I definitely understand how that rolls when you're the oldest. You gotta get a little elbow room in there and remind Jokers you the oldest.
That's right.
Yes, I remind my siblings on the regular.
That's right. And I'm the eldest and youngest, depending on which side I'm on. You know what I'm saying? On one side I'm the youngest, on the other side I'm the eldest.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes. It helps me be in the middle.
Yeah. You kind of get to live both.
Yes. And deal with it all from all the perspectives.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Tony Starks. Big
Hi,
shout out
Tony.
to Rosa for getting.
And Rosa. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Big shout. Oh, God bless you too, Dad. Y'all gotta check Deb Hertzberg out on the book and on Instagram. She be having them pics. Sometimes she be showing the goodies just a little bit. She show you a little bit, and then she take it right back. She show you a little bit, and she take it right back. Shout out to Deb, the beautiful Deb. You know what I'm saying?
And we got Wayne back on.
And big shout out to Dozier Watts and Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the names that's on the Facebook just in case y'all wondering. That's what I'm going off of. Right now we more or less just talking slick and moving quick with this segment.
Yeah. It looks like they're enjoying it though.
Yeah, we just enjoying talking to y'all, and hearing what y'all got to say. We can just build off of that for a minute.
Okay.
We come back with our next segment where we're gonna hit y'all with the topics. We're gonna bring it like it's hot. And if we find out somebody digging in their nose or playing between their toes and then trying to rub it on sub rolls, oh man, coming through. Oh man. A big shout out to Steve Olojo Kosoko.
Hi, Steve.
Big shout out to our international base. A lot of people, it's hard to explain certain things, but in due time, y'all will understand a lot more. But shout out to the world. When we vibrate more than you realize, some stuff is being resent from other sources. There's a lot of stuff going on that I don't need to explain. It's called confidentiality agreement. You know what I'm saying? But other things that I can share, I will.
They got laughing emojis.
Trust me. You boy know the law. Yeah, I studied the law for a long time, and I'm nice with it. You know what I'm saying? Before I even stepped up, I had to make sure I could defend myself. A lot of times people will sell your ass out for cheap. So you got to know how to defend yourself through it all. You got to know how to read these agreements, and you got to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So, I've also proven it in all the courts. Well, a lot of the courts, stuff like that, not just blah, blah, blah. So, but that's not here nor there. It's just saying that I stand on something solid and respect that. You know what I mean? To get respect, you must give it. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said,
Diva wants us to talk about, and Diva, that believe it or not, that's my expertise too.
All right, since you want to talk about it, okay. All right. Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Like this. when you talk about holistic health, right? I'm not a commercial person, so I don't take a commercial standpoint. Which mean is my whole systematic way how I deal with it is almost it's like unincorporated system. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's under other guys. What's best is if you talk about something that you suffer from, and all I can do is say what I would do if I were you. I am not a physician.
Same
I
here.
don't give medical advice
Same here.
in no context, nor is this legal advice. This is just what I would do if I had that situation.
I want to. You know what? I want to say when it comes to nutrition, maybe see healing starts in the kitchen. So if you want to heal yourself or get better at anything, when it comes to your body, it all starts in the kitchen. So we make and give you recipes that make really good dishes, and they may taste good to you, but they may be good for other things to help heal you. So I want to say we're not physicians. I agree with him. We're not physicians. We're not lawyers or anything. However, we do understand the importance of nutrition and dieting. And I don't mean dieting like restricting yourself from eating. I mean restricting yourself from eating the things you have no business eating. That's causing these problems. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll take his standpoints, but I'm sorry, guys. It always starts in the kitchen, and that's my personal opinion on that. And health, it starts in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's true. If you put all the proper things inside your diet, it will prevent you from having to deal with supplements and things of that nature. But a lot of times, what we suffer from in our communities is good vegetables, physical, like far as the how they look, but the soil has been deprived of all of the precious metals and minerals that's very important for healthy stem growth, healthy root growth, healthy everything.
Everything.
The ability to be able to deal with the photosynthesis properly and
Yes.
and have things in order that make it beneficial to you. So it's like um,
Sure.
you got to make sure you put in the right things that the food
I'm
is
gonna come to your
lacking.
house, sure.
And sometimes it's good to test your food. Get
That's
tests.
I'm gonna come to your
See what
house.
the pH is on it. If it's supposed to be an alkaline based food, test it and see if it's really alkaline. Because appearances may be deceiving. You know what I mean? And a lot of our health issues come with being a high acid environment. A high acid environment is like a toxic work environment. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fog, a lot of smoke, or unhealthy relationship. Like it's a ton of ways of how I could explain it. But it's like it begins to eat away at the core of its host. So that's why you got, take a Tums and all this other stuff y'all do to calm down those acids. That means you too acidic. You shouldn't be getting heartburn all the time. If you got all that going on, you need to rise your alkalinity. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you eat in a lot of the right foods, if your body is in high acid, it's going to over process and burn up all your nutrients. So even though you're taking in the best things you could take, it's getting disintegrated to a point where it's nothing left for you to gain from it. So you gotta make sure you stay within a 7 alkaline. Everything in nature is 7 and alkaline. That's where you get, all the sevens. You know what I'm
Seven
saying?
continents, seven ruling, the 7 continents, 7 ruling planets,
Mhm.
7 wonders of the world.
Yeah, everything got to be in 7. So make sure you check your pH of your body. You know what I mean? That lets you know what's going on. A lot of people dealing with diabetes and certain issues like that. Come to find out, a lot of them be having high acidic bodies. You know what I mean?
Since we're on diabetes, and I don't mean to cut you off, bro.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I
But
do,
go ahead.
but then I don't. A lot of the reason why I'm stopping him is because I hear a lot of melanated folks say diabetes run in my family, high blood pressure runs in my family. That doesn't run in your family. There's no such thing. You know what runs in your family? The way you eat. I'm quite sure grandma taught your mother how to cook it. Then you turned around and taught your children how to cook it. And so the same issues that develop over the generations, it appears it runs in your family, but it doesn't. It's just the way you eat. And, when it comes to the melanated population and community, we suffer from high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. In fact, weight. We struggle with that. Our women, a lot of us in other cultures, women are in shape. They are fit. In our culture, it's normal to see us not in shape and not fit. In fact, those that are fit and in shape in our community appears to be hungry and starving. Well, I'm just saying this also so that you guys can embrace the way you're eating. And a good way to find out if you're eating right, if you go to the supermarket and 90% of your cart is packaged foods, 9 times out of 10, you're not eating right. I spend more time in the produce section than I do in packaged goods. I make a lot of my food from scratch. And yes, it's time consuming. Yes, it can be aggravating, but you know what? I know I'm going to live long. At least according to my diet, I will. Thanks for letting me come in. I couldn't wait.
It's all right. You know, and then but I've been pushing a lot lately or promoting, even though I don't benefit in the monetary realm, get a lot of barricades, you know what I mean, and things like that,
Oh, I love hibiscus
is the colloidal metals, the copper, the gold, and the silver. A lot of times you can cross reference these metals. That is nothing but these particular metals and water. It's nothing else. When you get these precious metals, especially the melanated people,
tea. Yes.
when you get these precious metals in your body, it will heal your body. It will heal your mind, and it would allow you the ability to think clear enough to make better decisions. Sometimes you got to clean up all the bad programming you've been subject to for so many years, all the bad dieting, like she said. You know what I'm saying? Some things we were only supposed to eat in situations where as though there was nothing else left to eat but those things.
Right.
And we've then turned these things into cultures and lifestyles.
Preach.
And it's like,
Speak on it.
and it's a bad thing that's because of big business with the meats and things like that.
Speak on it.
We are meat, so that's why we ain't supposed to eat it. If you want to be technical, if you want to get beyond all the breakdowns, all the other stuff, you are meat. Another animal can eat you and get the same benefit you eating meat for. You understand what I'm saying? So
That's right.
that's why when you eating all that stuff, it's basically an allergic reaction. It's cannibalism. You're eating basically yourself. You are of the same thing. So that's kind of like why you're getting the reaction you're getting. And there's been a lot of times people see me eating vegan burgers or see me this and me that, and they want to pass judgment. I'm not upset with you doing that. But a couple years down the line, you're gonna see that you're gonna acquire a lot of health issues and a lot of other stuff that I'm not gonna deal with. And not to even say that, you also want to take on the stress that animal took on
Thank you.
while
Speak on it.
it watched the other animal slaughtered before it got to
Speak
you.
on it.
So rather if you pray for the animal or not, that really doesn't have nothing to do with the stress that's going to be captured in the other
And the
animals
DNA.
watching the neck being slit and the blood drained
And
for
you
you
eat
to
it.
eat the flesh that you don't even need for survival purposes. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because almost everybody say they're religious, but those are God's creatures that you're slaughtering for no real reason. You don't need that to survive at all. It's a proven fact. Some people do because they are of different type of blood. We ain't gonna talk on that
Yeah, I'm
right
gonna speak
now.
on that. But you know what? Those of you that have pets that you say you love and cherish, one thing that I've learned in my 35 years on this planet is everything is by energy. And if you keep ignoring that, you're gonna keep getting hit by those cranes in the sky. You cannot have a pet, an animal, and say you love this animal and this animal is your friend, yet you eat other species of your friend. That's just like I love James. However, I love him, so I won't eat him, but I'll go and eat the king. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Transferring of energy. When these animals, when they were murdered, as James said, the emotions of fear, depression, everything went into their DNA and in their blood. It's in their DNA. And then what you guys go and do is go to the supermarket and you bring it home and you feed it to your family. In my opinion, the biggest war against melanated women is chicken. Do your research, women. Chicken. If I can encourage you to drop one of those animals, chicken will be the number one thing. And the reason being is not only do they take in these fear and abandonment and emotional dysfunctional emotions in their DNA, and we eat them and we bring it to our families, and then we wonder why we're arguing and we can't see eye to eye. Like if we're eating flesh that's saturated in fear and manipulation and hurt and pain and suffering, well, guess what? That's what you're gonna. That's the energy that bounce around in your house. So if you ever wanted to go through a spiritual cleanse, I always recommend if you're not going to quit meat, fine. But if you ever wanted to go through a 7-day spiritual cleanse, drop meat for 7 days. I promise you, you're gonna feel lighter. You're gonna feel a lot of emotions you don't normally feel. You will feel. You won't feel so down. When others' energies is low, you'll be able to recognize it immediately because you're so high on life.
That's right.
But if I can encourage my melanated folks to do anything, is to try to put some of that meat down. A lot of your problems, your health issues, they're from meat.
And well, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Lene Harvey. Lene said,
Hey,
true,
Lene.
true tradition and unhealthy lifestyles running our family. The worst part about it is things today is not as safe as they used to be.
Go ahead,
Facts.
Lene. Speak
That's
on
right.
it.
That's
Speak
right.
on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
But the black seed oil now
Ooh.
that's for like in most cases. I mean, it does a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? They said it cures everything but death. But what I'm gonna say is it's real good for inflammation issues. If you suffer from arthritis and inflammation based things, because they just put a different name and an itis together and it's this. But if you have inflammation, whatever kind, whatever it is, your shoulders swollen up, you're having
Your ankle, anything.
painful. I don't even want to say that. Anyway, if you have inflammation, take some black seed oil and take a nice amount of it based on how much information you got. And the likeliness is it's going to fix what your problem is without penicillin and all that other stuff.
What
And
about
it's
the
not
sisters without edges?
sisters,
The sisters without the edges. Tell them where they can put that black seed oil
Yeah,
at so they can get them edges back. Trust me,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been there.
rub it
I've been
all
there.
in, rub it in
I
your
used
scalp.
to have no edges.
And you can, and a lot of this stuff you can take and mix together. Like for instance, you can take whatever your carrier oil or carrier gel is, and then you pour like a tea tree oil in it, your black seed oil in it, and you mix it up, and now you got your thing. Save yourself save yourself a lot of money, and you got something that's strong and has only in it what you need it to be.
And
You know what I
save
mean?
them edges, honey.
For a little tea tree oil on your feet for the foot fungus, stuff like that. Knock that right out.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
Drop it on. Drop it on.
Like I said, ask questions and then we're gonna give lessons. That's what this thing about. I know a lot. I will bore you if I'm talking to you about things that's not of your interest. So I say, speak on what you want to pull out of the rabbit hole, and it'll be there waiting for you. And if it's not, I'll have the information the same day you ask. Holler at me. Big shout out to Charnel Morgan.
Hey, Charnel.
Very
Good morning.
big supporter of the show.
Yes, she is.
Shout
Good morning.
Good morning. Shout out to Alvin Kalita. Returns.
Hi, Alvin.
We appreciate you all. This is more or less the intro to James King in the Morning with my lovely co-host, Lady Rick.
Hey, everyone.
A big shout out to Latia Ross. Good morning to you as well. She
Yes.
said good morning to us both.
Yes,
Big
Latia.
shout out to the big homie Richard Cundiff. You know what I'm
Hi,
saying?
Richard.
I'm gonna make sure I shout out everybody before I close this feed up.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we do what we supposed to do.
Yes, this was a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Very
Okay,
good.
Akeem was adding mad stuff to this. I don't want to ignore what he was saying. Let me pull it apart. Let me go back to him.
I was checking his comments as he was hitting them.
Shot Don's way. What up, boy? I can't call him in. There are Akeem James says there are some things that will put those things in regression. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
He also says mango leaf tea or hibiscus tea will regress diabetes.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Absolutely.
That is true. I actually take baths in that hibiscus tea too.
There you go, Akeem. Okay. Colloidal silver.
Yeah.
All right. Before I just go and say about the metals, the colloidal silver. This is what it do. It repairs and protects and fuels your white blood cells. You understand what I'm saying? It brings it back to life, and it repairs the stuff that was damaged. So when it duplicates itself, it's reduplicating itself with its full structure that it was originally created with. Now, on top of doing that, while it's doing that in one instance, on the other instance, it's killing all the foreign pathogens that's been eating up all your white blood cells and all of your other blood cells and organs and things of that matter. You know what I'm saying? Creating all this sickness from your stomach. The yeast is the host of all germs, bacteria, parasites, and everything that basically makes you sick. This stuff kills all of it. All of the bad things and none of the good things.
And you know what? Speaking of yeast, ladies, you can inbox me. I'm very confidential. I'm so about my women, my melanated sisters. I love you guys so much. I'll support you in any kind of way you need. I actually have a formula that it's probably you can make it in your kitchen and put it in your bath and sit in it to cleanse the energy and bring back the health and elasticity in your vaginas. That's a whole nother story. But I definitely, if you cut open an olive branch and you feel how that feels, that's how you should feel. And if you don't feel that way, there's a couple things we need to change in your diet. There's a couple things that you can put together yourself that can heal you down there. That can just brighten you up, freshen you up. I mean, listen, I'm not embarrassed. Anything is on the table when it comes to my people. A lot of things we suffer from is because we don't talk about it. And melanated women.
I keep James want you talk.
You have something.
I keep James want you talk about Negalis sativa, aka neem oil. If you know,
I know a lot about neem oil, and I'm not familiar with the Negalis, if I'm saying that right, term. But I do know that the neem oil can be used for various things and healings, and you can also mix it with other things and do other things. But I'm still doing a lot of research on that. So maybe Akeem can come down and we can talk about that during the health segment.
When you coming down, Akeem?
Yeah,
Akeem, when you coming down to talk about it?
Yes, definitely. And ladies, please, again, reach out to me. Trust me.
I keep waiting for an answer. When you coming down to talk about it?
Trust me, I can tell you, I can teach you some things to get that elasticity back. I can even get that muscle to contract better, to get it back to where you were when you were like 16, girl. And I'm not talking about using anything that's unnatural down there. He said, Akeem said he's going to set that up to come down and talk about that.
Absolutely, because this is about us, the people, not just me and her. It's bigger than us.
It's way bigger than us.
Yes, we want whoever has, valuable jewels to bestow upon the people. We invite you, really. We really invite you because we need all we can get.
Definitely.
And the people need more than that. So at the end of the day, let's make it happen, man.
And ladies, if you're interested, go Google yoni eggs. If you don't know what they are, yoni eggs, go Google that. Read a few, articles on it. Come back, let's talk about it. Trust me. Some magical, powerful stuff you can do with that thing down there.
That's right, ladies. Start,
be proud of her.
Learn what y'all can learn.
She births the babies. We have to take care of her.
Now, shout out to Deborah Hertzberg. Deborah said, I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I see too many people buying a lot of junk food. It's the ladies that work in the hospital. They buy natural.
Well, Deborah, I don't work in the hospital, baby, but if you go to my kitchen, 99.9% of everything in there is natural. Whole wheat. He'll tell you if I can't get to my food, what will I do? Not eat. It don't bother me.
To just get annoying.
Okay, so I do get a little annoying. I do pick at him a little bit. I mean, it's so fun. But yeah, I won't eat. Screw that.
It says a beautiful sister. Exactly. Absolutely. Shout out to Nahemia Stewart.
Hello.
Nahemia.
Oh, listen, Akeem, oregano oil. Yes, I actually make my own.
No. Time out. No, we done with Akeem for now. Bring your ass to the lab. We gonna keep trying to give us a whole dialogue. No. You want to do this show thing like this? You gonna bring your ass up here, and you're gonna put your ass in this hot seat so some other people can do the same thing to you.
And that's no understatement when he says hot seat.
So they can share it with you, right?
Yep. They laugh and they crazy. Look,
that's what I do. That's why I'm saying, come on. Come on. You talk about it.
Yes.
I got a lot to talk about already.
Yes.
You're gonna add on to the conversation.
And I'm gonna take it from
the
women's point of view, women's perspective, because I'm telling you, ladies, a lot of our healing of our men takes place down there. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about, just all of that good stuff. I'm talking about health and taking care of our bodies and being in tune with our bodies so that we can heal him, because we need the help. We need to help heal our families. And when we get into self-care, it helps us to care for him better and care for the children better and create a better household. Ladies, it starts with you. Start researching, start drinking water. A lot of you run around here with those evil, mean faces, and brothers have been coming to me talking about you too. Talking about why sisters are so mean looking when you walk by, like they don't want to say good morning or nothing. That's because they hot and they haven't drank water in 8 hours. That's no understanding.
And there's other reasons.
Well, of course, those the reasons. But I'm quite sure half the battle is drinking water. So, sisters, I encourage you to drink more water. Start out with drinking 3 to 5 glasses and get it up to 8 a day.
When that balance is in order with men and women, a certain type of balance, the women really can reach their potential. They got to be happy.
We can't do anything if we're in that negative state of mind. We can't heal them. We can't be there for them, support them, or encourage them. You know what I mean? They are the doers and we are the healers, and we take care. They go out there and take care of the world, so we don't have to go out there damaging our energy taking care of that mess. And we can preserve our energy to take care of our true legacy and our children, which that's where it lies. And in our households, I noticed that the men and women, we can't see eye to eye. Like the union between them has been broken.
Yeah.
It's been broken.
The last thing I'm going to say is, I don't talk that much, but I am, no, I'm not talking, I'm not.
He's a whole lie.
Women make everything
just
personal.
As much as me. He's just modest.
Women make everything personal. I'm not even talking about her.
We talk for hours.
I'm just talking. I'm not saying that about her. But women make everything personal themselves. But I'm not talking about anything. All right. Now,
watch it.
What I'm gonna say is, I'm 42 years old. You see me? I know a little something.
It don't crack, baby.
I'm 42.
It don't crack.
I'm proud of being 42. And guess what? 5, 10 more years later, I'm just gonna look even better. I just lost a nice amount of weight. You know what I mean? Because I had willpower. When I gave up on cigarettes, nobody inspired me. I inspired myself. I reached from within. I didn't need no third parties to explain none of it. I had to talk to myself, say, hey, I'm tired of being in this prison. You know what I'm saying? I got to get myself out. It's nobody else's responsibility but me. I got myself in this situation. Even my help can't help if I'm not willing to accept help and want help. You know what I mean? So what I did was, I dealt with the frustration. When you used to having attention from the ladies and things of that, then you get bigger and bigger. You start getting out these scope. You get less and less attention and this and that. You know what I mean? A whole mental thing goes down and it starts making you feel crazy. You know what I mean? But I was like, hey, I don't like this. So I made adjustments. You know what I mean? I got on my thing. Everybody got their own thing. All I did was dealt with electrolyte water. I dealt with the essential water. I dealt with the lot raw coconut water that I cracked the coconuts myself. I have coconuts, at the spot right now. You know what I mean? We did lemon water. Lemon is a citric acid, but once it mixes with your saliva, it becomes alkaline. A lot of people don't know that. And just me doing that, and then doing that for like the first 4 to 5 hours after I wake up, there's no certain time. It's whenever you wake up is the time. You do that. All alkaline water. What that did was that not only hydrated my organs, it also hydrated my blood and my cells so that they could perform at their best. You know what I mean? Before I start putting in food, I don't care what food you eat. You shouldn't eat any of it when you first get up. Your first 4 hours should be hydration of the body. You understand? That's when everything can deal with what you're going to bring to it. And then what I would do is, when I would break my fast, I would eat pineapples. You know what I'm saying? Fresh pineapple. And what pineapple does, it's like when you take your morning shower, that's what a pineapple is to your inner workings of your body. It's like taking an internal shower. It gets you feeling all good inside. They give you an energy burst you would love to have.
I love pineapples.
You know what I mean? And then after that, I basically did whatever I felt like for the rest of the day. Because at that point, my metabolism kicked in so far that anything I ate throughout the rest of the day, it got destroyed and came right back out almost as fast as I ate it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I lost like 45 pounds. And just over the winter, like I said I was. I came into summer the way I said. Next summer, y'all gonna see me with muscles bulging all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Because this is real. And I spent a lot of years just talking. People was like, well, if you know this and you know that, then why you ain't doing it? So I had to ask myself that question. And I couldn't come up with a logical answer. You know what I mean? So now I'm being true and living and manifesting your thoughts. So now everything we've been hearing and seeing right now, this is all coming from physical manifestation of mental and spiritual thoughts. And spirituality, a lot of people don't understand it. Everybody's spiritual. But all spirit means is breath. Spirituality, all it means is art of breathing. That's all it means. So these words, this is me breathing. So that's a living spirit in my word. You understand what I'm saying? I can make a book so y'all can understand me better, or you can just take this information I'm giving you and build upon it. That's what our ancestors did. We didn't share a bunch of books. We didn't have no libraries. That's a bunch of bull. You do not know your history if you believe that. That came way later after a whole lot of other stuff happened. We were able to leave information in rocks and in the water. We didn't have to do these things y'all do. This technology is actually making you all become primitive because now you're losing all your real abilities. You're not in tune with your real senses. You just all caught up into a false reality. You know what I'm saying? When you start realizing that and you're placing it, you start making certain changes. If you want this, if you want good things in life, talk it into existence. That's the spirit. That's real spirituality. Don't talk about who upsets you, what you don't like.
Don't think about it either.
Don't put it in the atmosphere because once you put it in the atmosphere, it takes shape. So even if you're speaking on people that upset you, when you speak on them, you give it life, you give it spirit, you give it energy.
When you're minding other people's business, you're not minding your business.
Right. And you got to be careful what you talk about. The only things that should come out your mouth are things that's going to better your situation or better someone else's situation.
And thoughts.
So if you want a lot of money, what I just did before this building came about, I put a whole lot of pictures of millions of dollars because I'm going for a whole lot of money. One little contract can't do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for a big thing. When I get done, all of us going to have a voice and all of us going to be empowered and we all going to talk that talk and walk that walk. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be out here desperate, looking sick, looking crazy, being envious of each other. In fact, we're going to start getting behind, others that's trying to do the damn thing. And we ain't going to be trying to cut their throat. We ain't going to be trying to backstab them, do little slangy bull crap. One thing about me, I said in my song, I know what you're going to do before going against me. Think things through. I love my people, but realize some of them evil. That's why none of my people seen my evil. I did the science and realized that the Judas are watching. That's cool because I pay attention to who was plotting. So all y'all gonna do is fall in my trap. Y'all already on the sticky paper. Y'all just ain't realize it yet because y'all on the greasy part.
The sticky paper?
Yeah, on the sticky paper. At my discretion, I'm gonna pull it away. Then you're gonna realize where you really at. Then you're gonna stop playing with me.
Wow.
I ain't to be played with. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a reason. And I'm a master at what I do. You know what I'm saying? So everybody with the challenges and all your nonsense, all stop it before you all get destroyed. It's your last final warning. Everybody up against this thing will fall by the waistline. Don't care who it is. If you all about the good thing and you want to see your community uprise, act like it. Get behind who's making a difference. Stop worrying about who just run their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Actions. Who put their money where their mouth is? You understand what I'm saying? That's when the conversation circle, it gets limited. Everybody has a lot to say. Not many of them will sacrifice $1 of their own money to do this stuff. So that's why you gotta listen to when you hear all these different things being said. Think of who's actually doing things that's helping their people, and who is actually just trying to do stuff for their own personal gain. And then you realize that a lot of these conversations is just falsehood. So I go through this. I'm sure you go through this, and everybody else out there. So it must have been meant for me to say this. But at the end of the day, cut out what y'all doing. Get with the real thing, because this is all for positivity and benefit of us and the people. And we don't have no malice intended with this whatsoever. So stop fighting this. You know what I'm saying? Get with this because it's something to actually you should get with finally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't apologize for my bluntness, but I'm not playing with y'all. I'm here for a reason. It's about uplifting my people. Do not get in the way of that. You know what I'm saying? Good morning from James King in the morning. Those are my personal views. That is not the views of Lady Ray. So if y'all got any feedback from me, it is directed to me. Trust me. I can handle everything. And I have no problem with it, or I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I like to say, and that was a little bit of passive aggression. It was intentional. And I don't apologize for it. You know what I mean? It's important. We trying to do a great thing. And shout out to Tashima Bigger, Miss Charlita Bigger. They're going to be coming through in a minute. And I hope everything went right with y'all situation. I'm not going to make it public until you decide you want to make it public, because you know how we do. You know what I'm saying? We respecting our people like they want to respect it. We're not going to just be putting stuff on the news just to try to make people look bad all the time. You know what I mean? We here to make a real difference and talk about the good in life. You know what I'm saying? Now to all the good people out there, I mean you no harm, no disrespect or nothing. It's just time for change. We can't keep being the same soft, passive situation. We have plenty media forms that have that. So, we need something different, something real, you know. And if I offended you guys, that I deeply and humbly apologize for. But I'm here for you guys, and I'm here and I'm fighting to be a voice for you guys until I'm not here no more. And that's all. I'm real passionate about it. I'm not a mean, tough guy. If that was the case, I'd be running around harming people. I don't do that. I help people. I have a track record of helping thousands of people. You understand? A lot of people that have conversations about me, they never even did the homework on what I've done. That's how ignorant they are. They don't even know who I am. They looking at me at the now. They forgetting that's a history that came before this, and they didn't do their homework. And to them, I humbly say, please stop. And you know, I don't know. I guess I'm just rambling at this point, right? But I had to get that off, and we ain't gonna talk about this no more. Big shout out to Tisa Clemens, to Nika Muhammad, Dwight Gilbert, John Miller, aka Pooby D. Welcome home, boy. Shout out to let me tell y'all something real quick about the homie Pooby D. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard about Nas Escobar from Queens? Y'all heard about all that, huh? Pooby D think I was just playing. Pooby D fresh out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Just did his time for committing the crime. Then he back like he never left. Now, back in the day, when everybody was just doing their thing and being hoodlums and this and that, Pooby D used to come out the crib fresh to death before it was a Nas Escobar and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, John Miller, you know what I'm saying? Wiping off the shoes, you know what I'm saying? Staying fresh to death straight out of Pleasantville, you know what I'm saying? He did it real good. You know what I'm saying? He went through his struggles, and I encouraged him to start telling his story. He has a real deep story. His life was rough. He's been through a lot. He's a childhood friend of mine. We literally go way back to the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Strong history. And he's been through a lot. And you can definitely learn from his story. So I'm making sure we talked about this in private. So now I'm making it public because that's what makes me different than a lot of others. This isn't just some bull crap I'm telling you to entertain you, brother. Your story is amazing. And the fact that you bounce back and you still got it like you do and you looking good like you looking, you know what I'm saying? I commend you, man. You wearing it well. And everything you've been through is about to be the all your strife and hardships you experienced all this time is now going to be the thing that's going to reward you for the rest of your days. You know what I mean? So sometimes our pain, you know what I mean, it turns into our blessings, you know? So shout out to you and everybody that's been through something. You can make it. Just believe. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning to us. Good morning, John.
Word up, man. That man's amazing. A lot of you guys are amazing. Y'all just don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, you know, we've been going on for 42 minutes.
It didn't seem like it.
Nope, we just flowing. We in that air. All right. We had to get to business. We appreciate you all once again. We about to sign out from Facebook. Oh, man. See that? Vibe 609 page got a whole nother set of lineup. I'm sorry, y'all. Big shout out to Maria Miller, Medina Shanks Hamlet. Big shout out to Alicia Ross again, Dwight Gilbert. Good morning to you, Dwight.
Good morning, Dwight.
Everything is all right. And, you know, if y'all be feeling I'm going too long sometimes, just tell me. I'll slow it up, switch it up. You know what I mean? It's whatever, whenever. Big shout out to Troy Newmans, as I like to say, and everybody. Big shout out to you all. From Vibe 609 Radio to James King in the Morning Show. I am James King, and this is my lovely co-host,
Lady Bree.
And we'll be right back. Okay, YouTube, as always, we have the exclusive footage just for you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and that way, in that order. You know what I'm saying? And you know, let us know what you think. If you like to hear us touch on a topic that you think nobody else won't touch on because they scared, we ain't scared. All right. All right. Thanks again for tuning in to James King in the Morning Show with my lovely co-host,
Lady Bree.
Shout out to YouTubers. YouTubers, you rock. Keep vibing. Vibe 609 Radio, vibe609.com.